Hope you guys like that little intro. Haven't done a video with the diesel in a while. Figured, what the heck. What is up, Brotherhood of Ram fam? I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. This video is going to be primarily on the 3rd Gen 24 valve common rail Cummins. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you guys my 5 things I love about it. Now, there are some things that I don't like about it. One of them being the rust on the running boards. You can't help that with New York. That's one of the things I don't like is the rust. I mean, you can't help that. I have it on my truck. That's one thing I don't like. I wish New York would not run salt, mainly sand, but, it's whatever. You're going to have to deal with it, I guess. But 3rd Gen, up and running. I have had the tow mirrors out just for the fun of it, guys. I know you guys kind of like it when the tow mirrors are out. But, yeah, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, guys. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about the Cummins. Quick little backstory. It is a South Carolina truck, for those of you who don't know. It's an 04, 111,000 miles on it, I believe. And don't mind the background noise, guys. I live right by a highway, and then my neighbor is doing some stuff with a chop saw next door. But it is a Southern truck, about 111,000 miles-ish. But for a Cummins, even, just any Cummins in general, that's like not even broken. One little story is we had another 3rd Gen, only it was a dually, and it was a 6-speed with the common rail, high output and everything. We sold that at like 337,000 miles, and it's still going strong. I see it running around still, and it's 2018. But, this truck is going to be in the family for a long time, especially with the amount of cleanliness this truck has. It has seen salt. I think we've had it for 6 years, I think. Maybe? Something like that? No. 5. It's like 4 or 5 years, something like that. We sold the dually. We bought this one. We didn't need the dually anymore. We weren't hauling cattle as much. We used to have cattle, but we ended up selling the dually. Dad bought this one. It's a 2500 SLT, and we're going to talk about the 5 things I love about it, and I will give some things that I dislike. I don't hate anything on this truck. I absolutely love this truck. To me, this truck is like the holy grail of trucks. Now, don't get me wrong, Diesel Brothers and everything, the 2nd Gen 12 valve is a holy grail truck. But for me, this truck is a holy grail truck because of how clean it is in a state that runs salt, being this old. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So number 1, and these are kind of just like off the top of my head kind of thing. Number 1 thing I love about it is the body style. I'm a big fan of the 2nd Gens, but the 3rd Gens, there's something about them. I mean, you guys probably saw when I was pulling up here in the beginning of the video, the front view of this truck is just, it's kind of intimidating because you have this huge front thing of a grill, and then it keeps going. It's like a semi, so it's almost like having a giant semi put into a pickup truck, and it's just intimidating. And that's one of the things I love is just the front look and the overall body lines of the 3rd generation Dodge trucks. I just love the 3rd Gen Rams. Number 2 is going to be the motor. I mean, anybody has a diesel, they're going to say, yeah, number 2 is going to be the diesel. It is a 24 valve, so it's a 5.9 liter Cummins turbo diesel 24 valve, but it is a common rail. So instead of being like the 12 valve or the mid Cummins where it was the 24 valve in the 2nd Gens, it's a common rail. And Dad explained it to me. I just can't give it back to you guys. It's basically the 12 valves, when they would run, they would kind of have like a rattle to them out of the exhaust. This truck doesn't because it's a common rail. And if you guys Google it, it'll explain it to you, or if you know somebody who has a diesel who can explain it better, it basically gets rid of more of the rattling that the diesel has, and it actually runs more efficiently. But all in all, it's a great motor. They're basically bulletproof. They'll go forever. You treat them right. You don't abuse them. Third thing, and there might be more than five. Third thing I love about the truck is the rims. I love them. I like the third gen rims because they're in between like a bighorn from a third gen and a second gen rim. I don't know how to describe it. They're really cool. That's the third thing I love. Fourth thing I love would be the crew cab. It's a bigger space. It's a little bit bigger, I think, than my cab. I have the suicide doors in Blue Beast. So, you guys can probably tell you have the 4 doors. Fifth thing would be the 6-speed manual. Yes, guys, this truck has a 6-speed manual transmission in it. It's not built. We haven't done any horsepower mods, nothing like that. But for what it is, it's a really good transmission. I know a lot of guys, sometimes they will, to make a holy grail truck, they'll take a 6-speed, throw it in there, and do a 12-valve. So they'll take a 12-valve, throw a 6-speed in it, and boom, you got a holy grail truck. This has the 6-speed. I can't remember what make it is, but it is a 6-speed, very smooth running transmission. When I drive it, the gears there, it's like boom, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then sixth. And then sometimes, like when we gotta go, to a doctor's appointment far away, or we're just cruising down to, say, we went down to Virginia one year to go see my uncle. He's in the Navy. And thank you guys. I salute you, the ones in the military. Thank you for your service. And those of you who are going in, have served, or are serving, thank you. But, we were cruising. We were in 6th gear doing 65, 70. And occasionally Dad would be like, man, I wish I had another gear. That'd be kind of cool. Just be like 6 and then just floor the clutch and right into 7th. It'd be kind of fun. But 6-speed manual, gotta love it. You can't go wrong. Just the power's there when you need it for this truck. 320 horsepower and 600 pounds torque. For those of you, some of that, they'd be like, oh, yeah, I got the new 6.7. It's got 930 pounds of torque. Yeah, cool. You're getting into semi-range. What are you towing with it? This truck, 600 pounds of torque. We barely tow with it. Dad dailies this thing. He goes back to work and everything. We'll occasionally, okay, we got to haul the Ranger or whatever. We used to own a 16-foot steel gooseneck trailer. That was a pretty heavy trailer. This truck pulled it like it was nothing. We'd going up a hill that was like this steep. It didn't even feel like it was behind it. When we got my truck, we had, I think it was a 24-foot gooseneck trailer. It was a flatbed. 20 or 24, I can't remember which one it was. It was in the 20s. My truck was loaded on there. This truck was squatting a fair bit. We took the back road home, and it's a big hill. Dad had RPMs were screaming, turbo was screaming. Truck pulled it like nothing right up the hill. I think he had it in 3rd gear the entire way up the hill. Didn't dog the motor down, nothing. That's one of the reasons why I love this truck. So that's number 5, would be the 6-speed. You get the torque and everything. It's just right there. I guess I'll give you a bonus. Bonus is the 8-foot bed. We can haul more with it. You can do more. That rooster's kind of annoying. You can do more with it. You can, with a gooseneck, if you have, say this is an 8-foot bed, but then you have a 6-foot bed. With a 6-foot bed, you have less space if your gooseneck ball was to, say, break or whatever, your trailer was to come undone from the gooseneck ball. Boom, you're going to hit the cab. 8-foot bed, you have more space between you and the trailer, which is nice. Couple things, I guess I'll add some dislikes I don't like about it. Dislikes are the rust on the running boards. That's one thing that we're kind of just like, Dad's thinking of doing a all new set of running boards, kind of. They'd be like what are on the 4th gen, where they're a chrome with a black step guard. I think that would actually look really cool. I think second thing I kind of dislike is and it's not really a major thing, it's just the scratches here and there, you're just road grind and road wear. But overall, I love the truck. I can't complain with it. And I think that's basically it for the truck. I hope you guys, liked it. I definitely, if I had the money, I would offer my dad the money and be like, hey, can I buy your truck? I love this truck. This truck is like nasty red, kind of, if you put it in perspective. It's really cool. They're sort of kind of becoming more rare, especially a crew cab long bed 6-speed. So, yeah. But those are just the things I like, and just like 2 things I dislike. And mainly it is thanks to New York running salt. Awesome. Thank you, New York. But yeah, like I said, I like the the overall look of the 3rd gens. It has a semi look to it. The big nose, the big hood, the length of it. I think the truck is probably 20-ish feet long. I haven't measured it. I don't plan on it because that'd just be overwhelming and kind of crazy. But I like the 3rd gen body lines. The rims I love. The 6-speed manual. The engine. The crew cab. And the long bed. And like the overall thing I love about it the most is it is a Dodge Cummins 6-speed diesel. That's like the best combination you can get. So you guys, I think that's basically going to wrap up the video. I'm kind of going to do another video of the Ranger down the road, guys, of the things I love about it. I think that'll be basically it for the videos that I love about stuff. Now, a friend of mine lives up the road from me. He's got a 1st gen 12-valve 5-speed. I'm going to get a hold of him, talk to him, hint, hint, maybe do a video. So there's that. And then he also has another surprise. It's a rat rod, but I can't tell you what it is until, if I'm allowed to do a video. And quick little update, guys. I am getting really close to getting Blue Beast on the road, and I'm hoping by maybe in the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, Blue Beast will be on the road. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that is basically it. Like I said, Brotherhood of Ram, out.